Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez taking questions from The Atlantic and claims the system producing billionaires is, quote, immoral. But not all billionaires themselves are. She says, quote, I don't think a system that allows billionaires to exist when there are parts of Alabama where people are still getting ringworm because they don't have access to public health is wrong. This, as a new report shows, that New York City, this area, New York, New Jersey, lost 5,700 millionaires last year alone. Clearly the tale of two talking points. Well, the chairman of America Fighting Back, Herman Cain, joins us now. And Herman, you know, it's interesting because she tried to parse the words there a little bit. There are good billionaires, and there are bad billionaires. The good billionaires, I presume, are the ones who donate to climate change causes in the Democratic Party.
She is supposed to have a cum laude degree from Boston College in international relations and economics. But every time she opens her mouth, she demonstrates that she has no knowledge of the difference between a free market system, socialism, and communism. Secondly, she is playing the typical class warfare card every time she talks about taxing billionaires. She talks about taxing people that make over a certain $10 million a year. It is all economic illiteracy, pure and simple. The bad news, Charles, some people are falling for this. But the good news is there are more of us who understand how a free market system has contributed to the prosperity and the success of the United States than any other system on the planet. She is clueless.
Well, Herman, I will say this much, though. We're talking about her. She gets a lot of airtime. She's become a force already within the party, considering, she just began her job. And, it's ironic, but to a degree, the more successful, for instance, the market goes, the higher corporate profits are. There are people I know who are making more money than they've ever made in their lives, but when they read that some CEO is making 400 times they are, then they actually start to buy into this, even though they're enjoying the fruits of prosperity in this country.
When she says that being a billionaire or making a lot of money is immoral, her statement is immoral. And the more outrageous the statements are that she makes, the more some people in the media want to parrot what she's saying. And it's simply not true. And you're right. A lot of people are making more money than they ever made. As you know, at 24,000, even though the market is down a little bit today, 200 or 300 points, 24,000 represents a 33% increase in 2 years since President Trump took over. She is ignoring that prosperity. Now, about these people who have ringworms in Alabama, I don't know if she's ever been to Alabama. And I also know that there are a lot of people in Alabama, Georgia, and all over the country that are doing much better today than they were 2 years ago because of this prosperity that this country is enjoying. But I don't believe she has a clue.
Yeah, well, I've been to Alabama. That's where everybody from my mother's side of the family is. And I've been to New York City, and we've actually got a bedbug epidemic in rich Manhattan where the liberals control that's much worse than any potential ringworm outbreak in Alabama, 1,000,000 times worse, Herman. So if you want to compare the sort of elements out there, let's compare those things. And before I let you go, we do see a lot of millionaires leaving this area, 5,700 last year alone, New York, New Jersey. That's astonishing, although it shouldn't be.
It is astonishing that 5,700 millionaires left New York and New Jersey. Now, there was another study out a couple of weeks ago that said that in 2018, 87,000 millionaires were created. They weren't created by the government. They weren't created by AOC, which is her new nickname. It was created by the sweat equity of the people who wanted to operate and open a business in a free market system. Now, the last point is, just like they're leaving New York and they're leaving New Jersey, it won't take long if she gets her way, I don't think she will, that you're going to have millionaires leaving the United States of America. We are not going to let that happen because we are going to continue to educate people on the benefits of a free market competitive system, which has helped to produce this great nation and this great prosperity.
Herman, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much, and thank you again for the work that you're doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.